everyone. Okay, so while we're waiting for people to get in here, I'm going to do a pose for the thumbnail. So let's do this real quick. Okay, hopefully that looks okay. Cool. So how is everyone doing? Are you guys having a good day? How was your week so far? Let me know how everyone is. And as we're waiting for people to get in here and start on the chat, I got a new chat box. So check it out. We have a chat box right here. Everyone's chat should come up, hopefully. By the way, hi Shane. Good to see you. First person to use the new chat box. Let me know how the video is. Let me know how the audio is. Got a little new things going on. Hopefully I could talk today. We'll see. And yeah, so we got a new chat box up. And as we're waiting for people to get in here, I guess we should get started. By the way, Shane, let me know how the volume is. Can you hear me okay? Is the music too loud? Let me know. I moved my microphone, so my microphone isn't in the normal position. Okay, so here we go. Welcome back to Vegas Aces Open Classroom live stream. I'm Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces, and today I will be teaching you how to play Pai-Gow Poker. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe and to always make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll always be notified of my latest videos and live streams. My next live stream will be our Let's Play Pai-Gow Poker live stream on Monday, March 18th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah. Hey, Jose. How are you? Good to see you. Hi. We got a new chat box. Yay. I'm all excited about the new stuff. I'm trying. So, let's see here. Okay, so we got one announcement today, and that announcement is Vegas Aces is placing dealers at the Sunset Station. We're doing interviews and auditions all week. So if you want a deal at the Sunset Station Casino, then please email me at heather@vegas-aces.com and let me know. Any experience level is welcome, and you must be able to deal blackjack and pitch a handheld game, or deal one of two games, either roulette or Pai-Gow Poker. Hence, open classroom, Pai-Gow Poker. Ask me your questions. Shane, I have to turn the volume way up on my iPad. Ooh. Is anyone else having problems with the audio? I had to change a couple things around. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I might have to move the microphone real quick. If you can't hear me, let me know. I'll move the mic. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to move the microphone. 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me know if that's better. The microphone is closer now. It's aiming towards my mouth. Hopefully you guys can hear me better, and I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs. Plus, you know, the music's not playing at the moment, so that helps. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if the audio's better. Like I said, I changed some stuff around. So one of the new things is the chat box, which we will be able to see everyone's chat. It's going to be a little weird because I still have chat over here on my screen. So when I look at your chat, I might be like over here looking at, you know, what you say. So it's going to be a little weird having the chat behind me, but I'm over here looking at it and then responding. We'll see. Trying new stuff. Hi Dane, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. How's your coffee break going? Hopefully it's a nice relaxing break. Hopefully. Oh, thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day too. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. We did that, we did that, we did that. Okay, we got a couple more things and then we'll get started. There's not too many people here today. I'm surprised. I thought there would be some more people. and no one on Twitch. Like, there's 0 people on Twitch. So, yeah, this is like the slowest day I've ever had, I think, for a live stream. I don't know. This is sort of like nice and chill. Jose, I could barely hear you. Oh, no. How is everybody else? Can you guys hear me? I could go over to Streamlabs and I could see if I could turn up the settings. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Jose cannot hear me and Shane cannot hear me. So let me know how I sound to you guys otherwise. If one more person says you can't hear me, I'm going to go over to Streamlabs and I'm going to see if I could change the settings. CA, I sound fine? Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll continue. Super Chat and Patreon. Remember to always tip your dealer, and now you can. Super Chat is a way that YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping any amount you want. Give it a try, or you can show your appreciation by becoming a member of my Patreon page. We have several different levels and rewards that you could choose from. So become a member today. Any level counts, even $1. I can barely hear you. I just crunched the sound. All good. Okay. Let me go to Streamlabs real quick and let me see if I could turn up the sound real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I could turn up the sound. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Let me know. CA, I wish I could stick around. Oh, but I have to go. Okay, bye. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, CA. I hope you have a good weekend. Let me know how I sound. I tried to up the volume, and hopefully I upped the volume enough that it works. Oh, good. You guys can hear. Oh, good. I'm glad it's better. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad that did it. Cool. Okay. Troubleshooting's galore. I love live stream. I can barely hear this disco, but I see the disco lights. Oh, now I can. Okay, cool. Now you can hear. Awesome. Glad you guys can hear. Hey, casino employee. Good to see you. How are you? Oh, I wish you could stick around too. We have a lot to go over. But cool. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully check out my other live streams or check out this one later on. We got some new stuff, so really excited about that. But thank you so much, casino employee, for stopping by. Okay, so everyone's up, everyone's good. We got all that stuff done. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said, new stuff. So new chat box. You guys can see the chat now. Hopefully the text is big enough that you guys can see it. I know last time it's like the text was really, really small and then you couldn't even see it because it was like in a weird place. So I tried to move it and I gave it a little box and I made it bigger. So hopefully the chat's doing better. Fingers crossed. Hope you guys like it. And also new camera angle. So I mounted my camera up to the ceiling. And now we could see, well, kind of the table. Not all of the table, but, you know, a better view of the table at least. Oh, thank you, CA. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Thank you. Bye. I'll see you later. Talk to you later. So, yeah, hopefully this top-down view, bird's eye view will be a lot better. I hope you guys like it. Let me know. If you do like it, we'll keep it. If not, I'll try something different. Basically, this is the widest that I could shoot. It's the biggest area, so I can't really get any more of the table than what I have. So it's going to be a little weird on the Let's Play. I don't know. I'm still like working with it. But yeah, new camera angle. Hope you guys like it. Cool. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like the new camera angle. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully this will make it a lot easier to see the cards and see what I'm doing. So we have these two bets right here that you guys can see. So this one will be our main bet that we're going to talk about, and this one will be our dragon hand bet. So let us get started. When we play, we're going to put our main bet in this circle right here and our fortune bonus right here. If you play $1 on the fortune bonus, there's no envy. If you play $5 on the fortune bonus, then it's an envy. So we're going to keep it at $5 and we're going to do the envy bonus. And what the envy bonus is if any of the other players on your table get, what is that? A full house, a 4 of a kind, a straight flush, a royal flush, anything like that, anything higher, then you get paid the envy. So you get paid for their good hand. So when you play the envy on fortune bonus, it's typically a good idea to do this on a full table. So that way you see more people's hands and you have more of a chance of winning the envy. So we're going to do that. $20 on the bet, $5 on the ante. This person's not playing, so we're going to use him as the dragon hand. And check it out. New banker button. The envy button and the new banker button. Woohoo, brand new. So I had to get a new one. I couldn't find my old one, so I had to get a new one. So yeah, okay. So we have a single deck that we're going to play with. And it's a normal 52 card deck, except there's a joker added. So it's actually 53 cards. And the joker, it could be an ace, or it could complete a straight or a flush. So Pai-Gow Poker is played with one deck, normal 52 card deck plus the joker, so 53 cards. And then what you do is, if you have a shuffle machine, you would put it in the shuffle machine. And, oh, what's Jose saying? Oh, okay, you can still barely hear me? Ah, let me know how the sound is. So if you had a shuffle machine, you would just take the cards out of the shuffle machine and give it to the players. Normally, when you're in a casino, you'll have a random number generator in the middle of your table, and that number will tell you what seat goes where. So we're going to put the cards in. Cards go in. They come out, and then you start dealing. So 7 cards each, and you're doing 2 high cards, 5 low cards. So when we don't have a shuffle machine, how we get started is we create a dragon. We make a dragon out of the cards, and this dragon is basically the hands for each player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 cards. Good, I'm glad you can hear me okay. And try to keep them fairly neat. I'm being a little messy right now, but yeah, try to keep them neat. Okay, so we have the body of the dragon right here, the tail of the dragon, and the head of the dragon. And the head of the dragon will always go first. So when you're figuring out who gets what cards first, the head of the dragon is always first. And in the Asian culture, people think that the head of the dragon is an extremely lucky hand. So they usually want the dragon hand, or yeah, they usually want the dragon hand. It's like a lucky hand. So compared to that, the dragon tail is considered to be unlucky, and they don't want the dragon tail. So just a little fun fact, just so you know. We're going to use, since we don't have a random number generator, we're going to use dice. The dealer's going to be the one to shuffle the dice, and then they expose it. I should say the banker. So I messed up. Instead of saying the dealer, I should have said the banker. And the reason why is because if the player is banking, then they can, what do you call it? I want to say shuffle the dice. Yeah, I can't think of any other word than that. So, yeah, so the banker, if the player is banking, they can roll the dice or shuffle the dice, or I really can't think of the word at the moment. My mind is totally blanking. Let's see. So anyway, dice would be uncovered, and then the cards would go to wherever the dice is. So dice uncovered. If you are dealing on this game and the player is banking and the player does shake the dice, just so you know, the player is not supposed to uncover the dice. It's the dealer's responsibility to uncover the dice, not the player's. So if the player starts to uncover the dice, or if they uncover the dice, just let them know not to do that, and make sure that it's the dealer that's the one that uncovers the dice. So the dice are uncovered, and the dealer is 1, 8, and 15. So 1, 8, and 15, and then the cards go in a circle around the table, and every single hand or every single spot gets a hand. Okay. So everyone gets a hand. Now for the fun part. By the way, the dragon hand will always be given to the very first spot that doesn't have a player playing it. So for example, if the first hand, if there are people playing on here and people like right here, then that would be the first spot that the dragon, that there's no player, and the dragon hand would be put on there. Shake the dice. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. I was like, I wanted to say shuffle the cards, and I couldn't think of shake. And I was like, shuffle the dice? I couldn't think of it. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Leo. By the way, hi, Leo. Okay, so now we're going to figure out the cards. And this is the fun part about Pai-Gow. So we'll do this dude's first, and we'll figure out what he has. And when you have people on this table, a lot of them, what they like to do is they like to take the cards and they like to squeeze it. And they like to go slow, and they like to see what the cards are really, really, really slowly. I'm a little more fast than that. I'm, you know, been dealing, so I'm just like, whoop, there are the cards. Okay, so you're going to get 7 cards. And what you do is you rank them from high to low. So queen, 8, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Now from here, we could see that we have a pair of 4s. So we know the pair of 4s is our high card. Oh, bye Shane. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Cool. Everyone has to leave early today. It's just one of those days. So the pair of 4s would go in the high card, or the high hand. And the 2 highest cards after that, which would be the queen and the 8, would be the low hand. So the pair of 4s in the high hand and the queen 8 in the low hand. And then all the other cards would make the actual hand. So that is what the player has. We'll put this in the high hand, this in the low hand. And now after the player has set their hand, they could decide if they want the dragon hand. And the dragon hand is an additional hand that they could play. They just have to put an equal amount out there. So you're going to put an equal amount out there. The dragon is going to go on the cards like so, and they're going to play the dragon hand. So let's see what this is. Wow, this is a nice hand. Dang. Holy cow, look at that. We got a 4 of a kind kings. Wow. Okay, how do you suspect that we should play this? So when we get the high hands, they're, what am I trying to say? They get fun. They have interesting, like, rules and everything, is what I'm trying to say. So, we have a 4 of a kind. This is actually pretty easy. Let me know what you guys think. What should we do? Actually, I don't think I've asked you guys that yet, have I? Like, how to play a hand? I think I'm always just telling you how I play a hand, and then I never ask you how we play a hand. I don't know. Let me know if you like this. Do you want me to ask you how to play? 4 kings! Woo! Oh, good. I'm glad you like the bird's eye view, Jose. Awesome. Ha, cool. Right on, Fabian. Split the kings. Anyone else? Noah says split the kings. Okay, well, Noah is right. So we are going to split the kings. We have a pair of kings on the bottom, a pair of kings on the top, and the queen 6-2 on the bottom. Now, why do we split the kings? Because we want a high hand and a high-low hand. If we didn't split the kings, if we kept the kings together, the queen 6 would be on the high hand. So basically what that would be doing is that would be giving us an extremely, extremely strong hand on the bottom, but not that strong of a hand on the top. And if we played it that way, there's more chance that we're going to push with people. If we split the kings like this, then we still have a strong hand on the bottom. A pair of kings is still a strong hand. But now we just made our top hand incredibly strong. And now we're more likely to win more hands this way. And that is why it's good to split 4 of a kinds. So very good, Noah. Nice job. Good answer. So we got that. Kings go on top. Kings go on bottom. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. So this is the dragon hand. The dragon hand does not count with the fortune bonus. So unfortunately, the fortune bonus does not get paid for these 4 of a kind kings. However, if this hand was your main hand, then the 4 kings would get paid for the fortune bonus. So even if you split it up and you have a pair of kings at the top and a pair of kings at the bottom, even though you split that 4 of a kind up, you will still get paid 4 of a kind on your fortune bonus if this was your main hand. Unfortunately, it's the dragon hand, and dragon hands do not qualify for the fortune bonus. Ooh, that's a good question, huh? Okay, anyone out there who is watching, how many of you deal poker, Pai-Gow Poker? I got a question for you. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I just want verification. If you deal Pai-Gow Poker, answer me this question. This dragon hand has 4 of a kind. Well, a 4 of a kind, if you take a look at the table, it pays an envy bonus. So does the envy bonus get paid for a dragon hand? That's your question? Or that's your question. I want your answer. Let me know what you think. Pretty sure I know the answer. Want to be verified though. But yeah, let me know what you think of that. Does this dragon hand qualify for a fortune bonus? And I'll let you know what I think in 1 second, right after this hand. Tell me what you think. Okay. Hey, Travesty. Good to see you. Hi. He's on Twitch. But hey, good to see you. Okay, so here we go. This is the dealer's hand. Again, we're going to go from high-low. So Queen, Jack, 10, 8, 5, 4, and 2. So we don't really have much for this hand. This is like a Queen High Pai-Gow. The highest we have is this Queen right here. Don't have a straight, don't have a flush, nothing like that. So our next 2 highest cards after that is the Jack 10. We're going to put the Jack 10 at the top, and we're going to put the Queen at the bottom. So basically, we have a Queen High Pai-Gow. Now, nobody answered the question. Okay, so basically, the fortune bonus, it does not cover the dragon hand. So if your dragon hand gets an amazing hand, I'm pretty sure that the fortune bonus does not cover the dragon hand or the envy. So if you're doing the envy and the dragon hand has an amazing hand, you don't get paid for it. Malik, I don't deal Pai-Gow Poker, but I don't think it qualifies. Yeah, for the envy. Yep, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, just so you guys know. And the dragon hand is the only one that doesn't qualify. But if anyone is playing any of these hands and they get it, then it qualifies and it wins. Okay, so we have ours out here. We're going to take a look at the main bet first, because we always take a look at the main bet before we take a look at the dragon hand. We have a queen 8. And the pair of 4s. Okay. So taking a look at the cards, the player's queen beats my jack, and the player's pair of 4s beat my queen. So because they win both of them, they get paid 1-to-1 minus a 5% commission. So what is a 5% commission on $20? I'll give you guys a second to answer. If you need help or if you need a reminder, just remember that $5, a 5% commission for $5 is 25 cents. So if that's 25 cents, what would a commission be for $20? Let me know. I got to get you guys talking in the chat. You guys aren't talking very much in the chat. How am I supposed to test out my new chat box and everything if you guys don't chat? Yes, $1. Thank you, Noah. Exactly. Very, very good. So it is $1. So we are going to take $1 out of that and give the player 4. And for the fortune bonus, there is no fortune bonus, so we take the fortune bonus. Hey Skittle Car, how you doing? Good to see you. Pai-Gow Poker never opened in my casino. What happened? Why? They were going to, weren't they? I'm pretty sure they were. Malik, Dragon Hand does not qualify to bet for bonus. And then if the player didn't bet the bonus, Envy bonus doesn't apply. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, Dragon Hand does not have anything to do with the bonus or the Envy bonus. Does not qualify for either of those. Cool. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate you looking that up. Very awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I had it in my head like maybe, but like I said, it's just one of those days. So, okay. So now we have the Dragon Hand. So we're going to take a look at the Dragon Hand. Ha, not enough excitement for most, I guess. I love it for that. I think it's nice and relaxing, and I love doing the cards and the hands, and yeah, I love this game. This is one of my favorite games when I was dealing. Okay, so we have a pair of kings at the top, and the pair of kings beat the jack 10. Pair of kings on the bottom beat the queen, so you get paid. And again, we have $20, so we need a $1 commission. Since we just gave their main bet a lot of dollars, we're going to take $1 from their main bet. Maybe it's too slow, they need the money. Oh, cool. So with the chat, okay, what do you guys think if the chat... What if I make the word a little bit smaller, and then what if I make it last longer? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the chat last longer so it doesn't fade out so fast, and I'll make it a little smaller instead of so big. Hey Cold Potato, good to see you. Check it out. We got a new chat box, and hopefully everything's working. I think I got all the notifications working, everything's working, the chat box working. And we got a new camera angle too, so new stuff. Awesome, glad you're here, Cold Potato. Okay, so we have another $20 bet up here. We'll put another $5 bets on the Envy, and let's do that again. Cool. Hey Vidiot, good to see you. Hi. I'm pleased I checked out. Oh, cool. Awesome. I'm glad you're here too. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, okay? We're basically going over the hands of Pai-Gow Poker and everything and what we're doing. I'm more of a Texas Hold'em type of guy. Just like Chinese Mahjong. It's a popular game. Yep, exactly. Cool. Like I said, doing good today. Okay. So it should be 7 cards, 7 stacks of 7 cards each. And then after you're done, if you have 4 cards left over, you know you did it right. So we have 4 cards left over, and hopefully we have 7 and 7. I sort of like messed up, so we'll see if we don't. And let's go over the cards. Let's see, take the dragon out, take the banker out. Okay, so what we're going to do on this one is we are going to go over each of these cards. And we are going to set up all of the cards. And then if you have any question on how to set up the cards, let me know. Do this a few times. Okay. I love the superstitious way cards are dealt too. Yeah. And the cards are, yeah, exactly. The cards are given to the player no matter what. Soup, card exposed. Yes, I know. I should call over the floorman. Oh, by the way, if you are a dealer and that happens to you and you do expose a card like that, you are supposed to call over the floorman. So you're dealing out, something happens, a card is exposed, stop what you're doing and call over the floor, and the floor will come over, and more than likely they'll tell you to shuffle and re-deal. But just so you know, you're not supposed to turn the card over and keep dealing. You're not supposed to put the card in the discard rack. You're not supposed to do anything like that. You're supposed to stop immediately and call over the floor and then have him make that decision. Cool. Okay, so let's do the first one. And again, we're going to arrange it from the highest to lowest. And you could see here that we have a pair of 6s. So the pair of 6s would be in the high hand, and the king 10 would be in the low hand. So very easy, very simple. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Bill's always cool. Yeah. Thanks. Bye, Bill. Have a good day. See you on Monday. So that's what we're going to do for this hand. King 10 on the low hand or the top, and then a pair of 6s on the bottom. Okay. And by the way, if you have any questions, just let me know. Now, let me know what you guys think we should do with this one. We have a queen, a pair of jacks, 10, 9, 7, and 4. Let's see, we got a lot of black. Do we have a flush? 1, 2, 2, 3. Nope, we do not have a flush. So how would you guys play this? Let's see if you guys are learning. We have a pair of jacks, and we have a queen, 10, 9, 7, and 4. So how should we play this? Let me know in the comments. When Heather can get a machine from the shuffle. Dude, okay. Those shuffle machines are so expensive. The casinos, when they get the shuffle machines from Shuffle Master, they actually have to pay Shuffle Master every single month to rent those machines. They're not allowed to buy them. They can't buy them. They have to rent them, and it's like really expensive to rent them. Queen 10 low. Queen 10 low. Absolutely correct. Very good, Skittle Car. So Queen 10 would be the low, and the pair of jacks would be the high. Very good. Nice job. Excuse me. Absolutely, Fabian. Good job. Absolutely correct. Queen 10 on the low. So how about this one? How would you guys play this one? We have an ace, a 9, a 7, a 6, a pair of 3s, and a 2. 1, 2, 3. We do not have a flush. We do not have a straight. So how would we play this? Ace, 9, 7, 6, 3, 3, 2. Let me know in the comments. I know! I didn't clear my hands. I just, yeah. So yeah, if you're a dealer and you cough or you sneeze or you blow your nose or whatever, Make sure you clear your hands beforehand. Don't do what I did and don't clear your hands beforehand. Ace 9 low. Ace 9 low. Yep, absolutely correct. Very, very good, Skittle car. So ace 9 would be in the low, and the pair of threes would be in the high. So the pair of threes, obviously, highest cards in here. And the next two highest cards after that is the ace 9. So ace 9 would be in the low, and the pair of threes would be in the high. Awesome. Very good, Fabian. Cool. Very good. Hey. Okay, so now for this one. What would you guys do for this one? Ooh, this one's neat. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. So we have an ace, king, jack, 8, 3, and 2. And we have a joker. So do you guys remember what the joker does? I'll give you a second. The joker, it either completes a straight or a flush. And if it doesn't complete a straight and it doesn't complete a flush, then it automatically turns into an ace. So let us look on here. Let's see if we have a flush. 1, 2, 3. Nope, no flush. Do we have a straight? Let's see. 8, 9, 10. Nope, 10 jack. Nope, no straight. No straight, no flush. So the jack automatically turns into the ace. So how do we play this one? Oh, yay, cool. Thank you very much, Cold Potato. I appreciate the donation. And we got the notification working. Yes, everything's working. Yay. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood. Knowing my luck, something will break just when I say that. Okay, so King, Jack, low. Yep, exactly. So the pair of aces would be in the high hand, and the King, Jack would be in the low hand, with the 8, 3, 2 in the high hand. Because remember, the high hand always has to have 5 cards, and the low hand always has to have 2 cards. Damn those ties homes I have to... Oh. Well, thanks, Slider. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for showing up. And hopefully I'll get to see you on Monday. Monday is a little bit later. It's at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully that's a good time for you. See you later, X-Slider. Fabian, K, Jack, low. Yep, exactly. Very good, Fabian. King, Jack, low. With these cards, just so you know, if you put more than 2 cards in the low hand, you forfeit your hand, which means you automatically lose your bet. So the low hand has to have 2 cards, and the high hand has to have 5 cards. Another thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is if you make a mistake and you put your high hand in the low cards and your low hand in the high cards, that's also a forfeit. And the casino is allowed to take your money. So just something to keep in mind. You want to make sure that the 5 card hand is your high hand, where your highest hand is, and the 2 cards are your low hand, where your lowest cards are. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, so we're good on that one. Let's see what we got next on that. Oh, sorry. I don't want Skittle Car to say anything again. Stop that. Okay, next. So we have a 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, and 3. Almost a straight, not a straight. Unfortunately, this is a really, really, really low hand. This is horrible, horrible, horrible. You can't make a straight. You can't make a flush. Highest card you have is a 10. So a 9, 8 is our low hand, and a 10 high is our high hand. That is the worst hand you could possibly get. So hopefully this is the dealer's hand. Okay, next. So we have an ace, a king, a queen, 10, 6, 5, and 4. 2, 3, no flush. Looking for a straight, no straight. Okay, so what do we do with this one? Nice Skittle Car. Okay, so we have ace, king, queen, 10, 6, 5, 4. How should we play this hand? Let me know in the comments. Oh, that's another thing too. If you touch the bank or go into the bank or go out of the bank, it's good to clear your hands as well. Basically, anytime you do anything with your hands, you want to clear your hands. If you have a bet that's on here and it's all messy like so, and you go to straighten it up, you have to clear your hands beforehand and then straighten it up. Yep, exactly, Skittle Car. So Skittle Car says King Queen, and he is absolutely right. So the King Queen would be the low hand, and the Ace High would be the high hand. Again, another Pai-Gow. Very good, Skittle Car. Yep, exactly, Fabian. Very good. So the next hand is a king, a pair of queens, a jack, a pair of eights, and a 4. Oh, good. I'm glad we got something like this. So this is a good one to practice on. This is known as the 2-pair rule. We have a pair of queens and a pair of eights. So do you guys know the 2-pair rule? I'll give you a second. I'll let you put your answers in the comments. Let me know how you think I should play this. And then I'll go over the 2-pair rule with you. And then we'll set up this hand together using the 2-pair rule that I go over with you. So let me know how I should play this one. We got a king, a pair of queens, a jack, a pair of eights, and a 4. How should we play this? Let me know. Nobody? Nobody knows this? Okay. I'm surprised. I thought would get at least like one comment. Okay, well, let's go over the 2-pair rule. Ooh, we got someone. Skittles. I put the 8s low, queens high, and I'm starting to get the hate. Awesome. Cool. There might be a delay. Maybe that's what it is. There's a delay. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure this whole live stream out, but you know, we'll figure it out together, I guess. Fabian, 8's low. Very good. Yep. Okay, so you are correct. So how we play this is when you have 2-pair, you always go with the 2-pair rule. An easy way to remember the 2-pair rule is if you have a pair of 6s and 5s or anything less, you always keep it together. If you have a pair of jacks or 6s and anything higher, you always split it. Anything else, you always split it unless you have an ace. If you have an ace that you could put in the low hand, then you keep the 2-pair together. So it's a good way to remember it. So 6s and jacks, this is higher than 6s, this is higher than jacks. So we're gonna go with that rule, the 6s and jacks rule, and we're always gonna split that. So because of that, the 8s go in the low hand and the queens go in the high hand. And that's exactly what they were saying in the chat. 8s in the low hand. So very good, you guys. Correct on that. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Totally Skittle Car. Okay. Cool. So that was pretty good. We went through some hands and everything. What do you guys have the most confusion on when it comes to Pai-Gow Poker? What do you guys not understand, or what do you have problems with? What do you want me to go over? Anything you want me to go over, I will go over with you guys. Just let me know. And I need to write down a note real quick and remind myself. Okay, just had to write that down real quick before I forgot it. I always forget when you have 3 pair to put the highest pair in the low hand. I always like the 3 pair rule. So you don't want to, yeah. When you have 3 pair, what Skittles card is talking about is if you have 3 pair, so a pair of aces, a pair of 10s, and a pair of 5s. What do? Well, you always put the highest pair in the low hand. So that pair of aces would go in the low hand, and then the 2 pair, the 10s and the 5s, would go in the high hand. So yeah, exactly, Skittle car. That's actually one of the reasons why I like the 3 pairs. Hey Bino, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. We got new stuff, a new chat, new angle, camera angle. Trying out some new things, we'll see. I think I'm gonna change the chat a little bit, make the like words smaller, and then like make it last a little bit longer. So awesome. I'm so glad, Fabian. Cool. Well, in that case, while we're thinking about it, I think we've gone over pretty much how to arrange the hands, how to play, how to do all of that. Yay! Glad you like that, Bino. Let's go over the banker real quick. So, I know some people have had some confusion with the banker, so I figured if we go over it real quick, maybe that would help. But the player is allowed to bank the hand. So what does that mean? It basically means the player is allowed to act as the dealer. And because of that, they actually have a better house edge than if they were the actual player. And the reason why is there are some rules that are in favor of the banker. And one of those rules is, for example, if your low cards are, say, an ace queen, and both of you guys get an ace queen, so it's a tie, then the tiebreaker, it always goes to the banker. So the banker always wins the tie. So that's one example of how being the banker is more beneficial than being the player. Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah. So, now how do you do the banking? Well, normally in most casinos, how they do it is the player is the the dealer is the banker, and then the player could be the banker. And then the dealer has to be the banker, and then the next player has the choice to be the banker. So they go around in a circle. So if this player doesn't want to bank, if that player doesn't want to bank, if no one wants to bank and you're the only one that wants to bank, then every other hand, it will be banker from the player to the banker, just like that. Okay? So how do we begin? The player, let's just take this away real quick. The player was betting $20 on the last hand that the dealer was banker. So now the player wants to play banker. Well, we know that they played 20 hands on the last round. So the player is not going to have any money up on their area. And what the dealer is going to do is they're going to take the amount of money that the player was playing and they're going to put it on the table. And the player is going to have the banker button right here. So this $20 right here that the player was playing, this is going to act like our banker button. This is what I normally do with my banker button. I'll put it on top of my cards. It'll protect my cards, that kind of a thing. But that's what we're basically going to use. And then the banker button is going to go where the player's money would go. So it sort of switches. And then when we're dealing out the cards, all 7 cards, the banker is always number 1. So remember when I told you the dealers 1, 8, and 15? What it actually is the banker is 1, 8, and 15. So if the player is banking, then they're going to start off on 1, 8, and 15. So the dice are going to roll. They're going to come out. And then whatever that is, we're going to start right here at number 1. Okay? So they'll get the cards first. Cards will go around. Everyone else will get the cards. By the way, the banker has to cover all of the other players' bets. So if you have a player here that's playing, a player here that's playing, let's say this player is betting $10, that player is betting $10, and this player over here is betting $10. Well, that banker has to be able to cover this $20 bet plus the $30 that the other people are playing. So they have to have $50 in their stack in order for them to be banker. And it's the dealer's responsibility to look at that stack and make sure that they have the appropriate amount of money before they start dealing out the cards. Okay, let me know if you have any questions so far. I'm going to shuffle the deck and deal out a hand. Okay, so the banker would always get the cards first. Banker 1, 8, and 15. So you would put the cards on the table and you would put the banker button on top of the cards. And all of the other cards would get, so let's see, 4, 5, 6. They would get cards, they would get cards, they get cards, and they get cards. So everyone else would get cards and everything. And then the dealer would get their cards and they would put the money that I was telling you about on top of their cards. So everyone else who's playing on the table, they're going to be looking at their cards and they're going to be making decisions and they're going to be setting their hands and everything. And while everyone on the table is setting their hands, this person that's banking is not allowed to touch their cards. They're not allowed to touch their cards. Technically, they really shouldn't be looking over to see what the other players have, kind of a thing. They need to just be sitting there waiting. So once everyone is done doing their hand, that's when we move on. How are you guys doing so far? Okay, so no questions so far. Okay, cool. So everyone looks at their cards. Everyone arranges their cards. Everyone is done arranging their cards. What happens next? Now it is the player who's banking. It's his turn to set the cards. So he's going to take the cards and he's going to set them. So we got a pair of 8s with a queen 9. Oh, we got 2 pair. I didn't even see the 2 pair. Okay, so we'll just go over the 2 pair rule again. If it's jacks and 6s and anything higher, you always split. If it's 6s and 5s or anything lower, you always keep together. And anything else, you split unless you have an ace. So this we would split. Since we don't have an ace, we would split. So the 7s would go on the top and the 8s would be on the bottom. Okay, I saw someone chatting with me. What'd you say? So playing against the dealer alone at the table, you should always bank. Yes, I would say to always bank. It's really good to do that, especially if there's no players on the table. Because if you are on the table and you're alone and you're banking, you don't have to cover any of the other players' bets and you get all the benefits of being a banker. So yes, if you're alone on a Pai-Gow table, I would definitely recommend always banking as much as you can because you can have a better house edge and you have more rules that are in favor of the banker. So it's very good to do that. Okay, so everyone's good. Everyone's set up. Players are set up, and then the banker sets his cards up. After the banker sets his cards up, the dealer will set her cards up, or his. Wow. Dang, holy crap. Oh, I didn't cuss. You didn't hear me say that. Okay, so we have a really amazing hand. Huh, wow. Okay. So, we have a full house and a pair. Does anyone know how to play this? It's actually pretty easy. Let me know what you think in the chat. How would you play this hand real quick? We have a pair of aces, we have a 3 of a kind 3s, and we have a pair of 4s. How should we play this? Let me know in the chat. This is actually a really, really, really good hand, and you don't see this very often, but this is an extremely good hand. So let me know how you guys would play this. I'm gonna get another drink because my throat is totally parched. I had a UNLV class today, so I've been up like since 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I went and I gave my UNLV class, and it went longer than normal. Normally it's like 2 hours, and today was like 2 hours and 30 minutes, almost 3 hours. And so I got done talking, and then I drove home, and then I set up for the live stream, and now I'm talking again. So my throat is like killing me. I have talked way too much today. So that's why I'm drinking a lot of water, and that's why my voice sounds the way it is because of that. But it was a really good day as far as the class went. The class went really, really well, had a lot of good people. Yeah, it was really good as far as the class was concerned. Okay, very good. Yes, so you would do aces in the low hand. Absolutely correct. Just a sec, I seriously need a drink of water. So the aces would go in the low hand, absolutely correct, and the full house would be in the high hand. Very good. You guys got that really well. Yeah, so the aces would be on top and the full house would be on the bottom. Malik says, is there any chance to attend Professor Ferris's lecture? So I am actually working with UNLV right now. We are going to try to get a couple classes where it's open to the public and people could come to my class and see. At the moment, right now, I am only doing classes for casino managers and gaming regulators. Today was a little different. Today was law enforcement. That was really fun. So I actually had some lawyers, I had some prosecutors, I had some people from the Attorney General's office and everything in there. So it was a good class. It was really fun today. I like it when it's a little different like that. So that was really cool. So this is what the dealer has. The dealer has the aces with the full house. So now what do? We figured out the dealer's hand. We have the dealer's hand up. So how do we do this? Malik, those guys need education. Yes. Yep. Yes, they do. You would be surprised, but yes. But as far as the Attorney General, it sort of makes sense because you're seeing more gambling appear and more casinos pop up across the United States. So it makes sense why law enforcement and, judges and lawyers and prosecutors would be interested in that type of thing. They need to know more about what they're prosecuting. So yeah, it sort of makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So the dealer has their cards up. So now what are we going to do? Well, what we do is we take the dealer's cards and we only compare them to the banker's cards. So right now it's the banker versus the dealer. So thankfully, luckily for all these other players who are playing on the table, they don't have to play against my hand. They're not playing against anything my hand is. They're only playing against the banker's hand. So they're totally happy that they don't have this killer monster hand that they have to go up against. So we're going to take a look and see who wins. So the banker has a pair of sevens with a pair of eights on the bottom. Okay, so my aces beat the banker's seven, so I win on the top, and my full house beats the banker's pair of eights on the bottom. So I win that hand. Because I win that hand, that means that the banker owes me $20. So he is going to pay me $20. Okay, I take it, I put it up, $20, awesome. Put it in my bank, now it's the casino's money. I take my cards and I put them in the discard rack. I take the banker's cards and I move them in front of the dealer. So now the banker's cards are now the dealer's cards. And now we're going to go through and we're going to run all of the hands against the banker's cards. So we'll take this. I didn't really run through these. I just sort of, put them up there. I did go through this one at least. Okay. So we're taking this player's hand. We're putting it up here. And the player loses the queen four. And they win the bottom. So they push. If they won, if this player won the hand, then they would be owed this amount of money. So the banker would have to give the dealer a pile of chips, and the dealer would take the chips and use the chips to pay the money. The banker has to be the one responsible for paying the players who are playing on the table. So those hands would be compared. That person, let's just say for example, would win, would get paid, and then we would move on. And if they lose, so let's say if this person, instead of winning, if he lost, we would take his money and put them in the center, and now that's the banker's bankroll. So if this person lost, we would take the money and put it in the banker's bankroll. If this person won, and they won $15, we take their money and pay them. Now, when you're doing the player banker like this and the player wins the money, even though the banker is paying the player money, the player still has to pay a 5% commission to the house. So if they have $20 and they win, the banker would pay the player $20 and then the player would owe $1 commission. So we would take the commission and the house would keep the commission. Excuse me, I apologize. Yeah, the banker got smoked on that one. Do you guys have any questions on the banker bet? Do you understand that? Let me know if you have any questions and we'll go over it with you. Also, if you have any questions about anything, really. We've hit our hour mark, so we're going to be wrapping this up here pretty soon. So before we wrap it up, let me know if you have any questions about what we talked about today, if you have any questions on Pai-Gow Poker, or if you just have any questions, period, in general. Now's the time to ask. And then after this, I think I'm going to go rest my voice for a while because my voice is not happy with me at all. It's like, you were talking way too much, you need to stop. No more questions? Malik, question. Awesome. What is it? Shoot. How about if I just dance for you? Oh, you're welcome, Skittle Card. No problem. Anytime. Okay, so it doesn't look like you guys have any questions. Let's see if I... Nope, no questions. Okay. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat, Malik. I really appreciate it. No, it's never too late to tip your dealer. I really do appreciate any tips you give. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, Malik. Woo! Awesome. Very, very cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Join me again next time for our Let's Play live stream on Monday, March 18th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, this is Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. Take care, you guys. Have a good one.